ces deux-là, ils sont toujours en train de... Ah, il te suit.
Hey, ça va, J? Quelqu'un qui envoie quelqu'un au cœur. Arrête donc!
Number 39, Alex Nikolkovic. First line, number 4, Zach Jones. Number 8, Zach Baranski. Forwards, number 12, Matt Pooley. Number 13, Johnny Dutro. And number 29, Brooke Nelson. Second line defenders, number 43, Hugh Hughes. Number 85, Jake Sanderson. Forwards, number 7, Reed Ashford. And number 22, Cole Caulfield. And number 57, Shane Bento. Third line defenders, number 5, Michael Kessler. Number 72, Alex Lessig. Forwards, number 9, Gio Zegas. Number 26, Kevin
Welcome back to Ostrava and the World Hockey Championship. It's Thursday night, just after 8 p.m. local time, and we are through the midway point of the preliminary round at this year's World Hockey Championship. Our focus on Pool B in Ostrava. There's the captain, Brady Tkachuk, and Sacha Trey for Team France. There are your officials for tonight's game, and the referees are from Sweden. The men running the lines from Slovakia and from Switzerland. The head coach of Team USA, John Hines, and I really loved his remarks to Claire Hanna. Let's get our identity going. Let's get better starts going. Let's not play for the back of the jersey. Let's play for the front of it. The crest, Team USA, as they have to get rolling as they wrap up group play, and they need some wins. As for France, the head coach is Philippe Bozon. He's in the IIHF Hall of Fame. He's played all over the world internationally and is also in the Hall of Fame back home in France, competing in Olympics and World Hockey Championships as well. The goalie for Team France will be Julien Junca. As we look at one of the scoring threats, Tim Bozon, born in St. Louis, so maybe a little extra spice for him in this game. Competing for France, he was a third-round draft pick of Montreal back in 2012, never competed in the National Hockey League. And that is his dad behind the bench, also playing with his brother Kevin for this championship. The NHLer played 700 games this year. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare hitting game 700 in his National Hockey League career. He'll be a guy to look for to get some offense going for this French team, and they have to find a way against Team USA. They haven't beat the Americans in this tournament since back in 1998. So when you look at USA's game, Brian, what do you want to see from them going forward in this tournament?
Some chemistry. They got to play hard. I think John Hines was sending a message there about, yeah, let's pay for the crest in the front, not for the name in the back. That really hits home. Like, hey, let's get going here. They look disjointed. They're trying to get it going. It's not that they're not trying, but it has not worked so far. So I'll be looking for the chemistry, but more than that, start right off the bat. Play into this game right away. Let's play hard and let it sort itself out. They still got some work to do.
Well, John Hines, one of his best lines to start. Matt Boldy, Johnny Gaudreau, and Brock Nelson. Boldy in particular has been a shining light for the Americans, and he goes to work early in the corner. He'll dish it for Nelson behind the net from a knee. Nelson, Boldy, go to work on the forecheck. Played into the corner. Good work, Boldy. He'll shovel it behind the net. Pinching in with Seth Jones, paired up again with Zach Werenski, top defensive line. Nelson up top, makes the move. Bouncing puck, it comes to Werenski. He'll fire it right back in. Gaudreau. And this is a nice start. He talked about getting better starts. No better start than working it around offensively. That wrist shot. Far circle, Boldy picks it up. France on there, here's early. Nelson in front, score! Dream start, Brock Nelson, 1-0 USA. And now just one goal shy of becoming one of the all-time leaders for USA in goals at this tournament.
It was a really good start. The Nelson line has been good. Nelson and Boldy in particular, straight lines, they control the puck. They do a lot of good things. Johnny Gaudreau at times has had the puck and held on too long and wasn't quite in sync in his game, but this line starts it off well. And then Brock Nelson, who always plays straight line games, and you know where to find him. He gets himself open in the middle of the ice, and I think it's almost a sigh of relief there for the U.S. team to get off on a good start. I think that at times in every one of the games they played up till now, they were playing a flow game. They were playing, let's pass the puck around, let's make some plays. But getting the puck in the net and playing a good, solid fashion and getting off to a good start, 1-0, is big for the U.S.
USA scoring 45 seconds in. That is his 18th goal at the World Championship all time. And Brock Nelson now one shy of tying Russell Johnson for the all-time list at 19. And you got to like his chances the way he's playing. Here's Caulfield, some pace, puts on the brakes. Cole Caulfield. He'll set things up as France just playing a zone here right now. Luke Hughes circles around the line, gave it away though off the stick and to Jake Sanderson. You can see Anthony Reck waving his stick up for Tkachuk with Caulfield. Tkachuk powers in the one hand. Got the puck right through the crease. Back the other way. It's Louis Baudouin into the corner. Baudouin. Lost the puck, and it's carried up the left side by Vlasic, the big defenseman, for Tkachuk. Tkachuk towards the net, and screening in front, looking for any sort of opportunity. There was Kevin Hayes, one of the other veteran players on this American side. Tim Bozon in the corner for France. Bozon getting some help from Erlander. Play to the near point. Joel Farabee head down. He's racing up to the puck as the captain. Sasha Trey gets back. He'll fire it up that right side. USA winning 12 of the last 13 meetings all time versus France. Last year, it was a 9-0 victory for the Americans. Thierry starts the play. Bozon right on, and getting the start, Alex Nedeljkovic, and he'll hold for a face-off in USA territory.
Well, John Hines said before the game he knows that France is going to be all in this game. Look at the start for the U.S. team. Good work. Use the width of the ice, but then you got to get in the scoring area, and France gets split way wide apart. Weren't paying attention. Didn't have anybody in front of their net, and they had to pay the big price. Nelson scores.
Another face-off win in the American zone. Zegras, Hayes, Tkachuk, and Will Smith all top 10 in the tournament when it comes to face-off percentage. So always a key when you have the puck and get possession early, and hopefully that will favor the American side going forward in this tournament. Sasha Trey lost the puck right at the blue line. Played back to Pierre Frion. Frion at center. He'll leave for Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Bellemare watched by the youngster Gavin Brindley, who's wearing 45, who won a World Junior gold medal. And Brindley getting his first taste tonight of the international ice at the men's side, as is Matt Kessel, the defenseman.
Philippe Bozon knows that the U.S. team is fast, and he's going to want his French team to play faster in this game. But they also have to get to the front of the net, and he had a big sigh of relief when he was able to add Justin Adamo into the game last game. Adamo had 2 goals right off the bat, took a penalty, net front presence, size exactly what he wanted, and he wants everybody to feed off what Adamo did last game.
Pass across for Jake Sanderson. Sanderson across, one-time drive, score! What a rocket! A beautiful shot, and Boldy has his second of the tournament. It's 2-0.
That was so clean and smooth, you couldn't even tell if it was in or not. That was invisible. There's nothing that Juncker, the goaltender, could do on that one. Terrific diagonal pass. There's a big seam because of the size of the ice in the end zones. Watch the left side of your screen. Nice job here. He just gets open just outside the dot. Terrific release. That was catch and release as good as you can get it. Boldy's been impressive. He's been good every single game. I can say I would single him out as one of the top 2 or 3 guys for sure, that every shift he's had something going on. Other guys have had trouble. They've been looking for chemistry. They've been whatever, just not quite getting there. But Boldy's been consistently good since the beginning.
29 goals back home in the NHL, 69 points, career high. So John Hines knows his game very well. And you're right, he's been a consistent player. Every time you say his name, he seems to do something well. France trying to find a bit of a spark here. Pass up to the point, nobody even home, and it's all the way down to Julian Juncker. Was the top goalie in Ligue Magnus back in 2023 in the top league in France, as they'll ice the puck. Well, John Hines wanted good starts. He's got one, 2-0, not even 4 minutes in.
Yeah, no doubt. The U.S. has an advantage a couple of different ways. They certainly have more skills. One of the ways is the D-Corps, too. The D-Corps has got 11 points now for USA. That's pretty good after only 3 games. The French team has half of that. They got 6 points. So as far as goals for and against go, a big advantage for the U.S. team. But they have to play into the game the right way. They've got the goals now, but they got to keep their head in the game and make sure that they're bearing down the right areas.
USA was a tough start in group play. Brian, they lost 5-2 to Sweden. Good bounce back as they labeled Germany 6-1. And then that game versus Slovakia, the building was intense. It was bumping, and a 5-4 loss in OT. And they had to fight back to tie that game up to force OT.
That's for sure. That's where it really showed they were just disjointed. You know, when they were trying to step on the gas, it just wasn't there. So that's why I think John Hines has got to go, hey, back to basics. Let's go here. No messing around, because the tournament's wasting away here. You got to get in the medal round. Yeah, you have to progress and get better all the time. We're not there yet.
And the good news is, so they have France, obviously tonight, Poland, Kazakhstan, and Latvia. So teams that they have a great chance to shake things up against and do well against here in this group. Here's Werenski. Rek trying to take it away, and he will from Farabee. Seth Jones had to backpedal. great to see the former and longtime teammates in Columbus back on a top pairing here, Werenski and Jones. I know you got a chance to chat with Werenski about that before the tournament began.
Yeah, 4 years together with Seth Jones. They know each other so well. And, you know, it's like riding a bike, right? They get back together. The first shift, you could tell they were comfortable with each other. They both have assets at both ends of the ice. They both defend really well. They have great movement to their game. They're great offensively.
Kevin Bozon is still in the corner, centering pass. Pierre Prion at the line holds it in, but cleaned up on cue by Werenski. He'll send it down the ice to Pierre Prion in his own zone. Vincent Lorca back to Prion. Prion up the right wing, wanted Belmar. Belmar there at the line, battling for position. He'll flip in the back end. Early and dead. To the far side, Prion works it back in. Bitter sets up in front of the net. Luke Cunnin in the corner trying to free the puck for USA, and he will. Sanderson for Cunnin at center ice. He'll flip it off the glass. Mikey Asamon on the forecheck, as is Gavin Brindley. Brindley and Sanderson go to work. Sanderson able to shovel it in. Nelson back on the ice. Luke Hughes, who had a beautiful goal versus Slovakia to tie things up. That wrist shot right on. As a player that you get to see a lot in Tampa Bay, there's Asamon, a pretty good wrist shot there on Julian Junko.
Mikey Asamon plays in straight lines. That's exactly the kind of player you want. He is the only returning member on this year's USA team from last year's team. A very different makeup with this team. A lot of college players last year, a lot of sort of lesser names, I guess is a good way to say it. They played extremely well, didn't medal the way they wanted to, but they had a really good tournament. This year, it's a very different look.
Jordan Perret coming in, got the little backhand shot in for the second shot recorded versus Nedeljkovic. Right now, it's Nedeljkovic and young Trey Augustine, the goalies. Unfortunately, Alex Line was injured in this tournament, had to go back home. Boldy will bring it in. He'll hand it off. Boldy goes to the net. Nelson, stick handling, far boards, leaves for Gaudreau. Intercepted by Chekishvili. He'll regroup and send that down the ice. America's got to be careful. They're changing, and they get off in time.
Hughes and Sanderson play together. They're both are lefties. You don't see that very often anymore. Lefties are the ones, if there's ever going to be a change, there's always more lefties on defense than there are righties. And Sanderson's playing the offside here. Doesn't seem to have any problem with it at all.
And what's interesting, Brian, you know, now Four Nations Cup, Olympics on the horizon for NHL players. You might have to see that a little bit more. If you want your top guys competing for your country, it may not be a perfect fit lefty-righty down the lineup. Yeah,
that's for sure. And sorry, it was Hughes is playing on this offside, but they have so much movement to their game. They'll interchange a lot.
Cole Caulfield walks it in, shoots off the bar. I've seen him score from there a few times in Montreal. One-time drive, Tkachuk, and Youngcock got a piece of the glove and kept that out. His line buzzing right now for USA. Vlasic at the line. Goes to Tkachuk. Tkachuk shoots, and again, Youngcock could be very busy tonight. 7 shots and counting for the Americans. Vlasic again hands it off. That wrist shot. Tkachuk parked right in front. You know, he was not happy after that loss to Slovakia. He was really upset, and I think that just speaks to, you know, John Hines telling Claire Hanna, a little meeting yesterday, a bit of a talk. He's the leader. Tkachuk is, got the C proudly on his chest. And you know what? You got to build the tournaments, and maybe, you know, a turning point where the Americans now can build, get better as they get closer to the quarterfinals.
Well, these guys are smart too. They know they're a little bit off, and they know they've got work to do, but it needs to be said out loud, and you need to get together. That's the part that's important about coming together chemistry-wise on a team where guys are thrown together from all different teams. And from the looks of things, the way they've started here, there is a real different feel to the team here to start this game.
Jones, Lyon, and Nelson, you talk about leadership. They were part of the team in 2015. The last time the tournament was in Prague and Ostrava. They won a bronze medal that year. Great start. 2-0 USA. Goals from Nelson and Boldy. Welcome back to Ostrava over in Prague at O2 Arena. Canada, Norway still awaiting their first goal. 2 on the board for Team USA in this one.
Matt Boldy just on the screen there a moment ago. 1 goal and 1 assist already in this game.
I've liked this game, Brian. You've liked this game. It seems every time he steps on the ice, he's done something positive for John Hines and Team USA. 39 minutes gone here in this first period. France, USA. France losing to Kazakhstan and Latvia in overtime. Their only win, 4-2 versus Poland, is Poland up for the first time at the main championship in 22 years. Trying to steal the puck is Hugo Gallet in the corner. OB2 can't clear. Cunnin fires it back in. Puck played up for Wensky. Over for Jones. Wister, and that wrist shot is swallowed up by Yunka.
It's probably smart by Yunka to take face-offs as long as they can be efficient. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare will be the guy who will come out and take most of them for them. But when the U.S. gets going, they're a little bit like Sweden, right? They get inside the zone. They use their movement in the offensive zone really well. That can wear the French down, and it also can make them make their game get smaller inside their own zone. You see that an awful lot on teams that are struggling to score and don't have the puck very much, and the U.S. can have that ability to shut France down like that.
Here's Sanderson. Works the puck in around the boards. Hughes has to hustle, can't get to that far point in time, so he'll collect the puck in his own zone. Off for Sanderson. Sanderson, the high flip in, and that'll hit the netting and go out of place, so the face-off will come outside of the zone.
Not a lot of tempo and not a lot of atmosphere here. It's just not a lot of people in here.
It's a quiet.
Yeah, it's a very quiet
Usually
crowd.
our ears are throbbing by now, Brian. It's not as loud.
Oh, yeah. When the local teams are in, man, it goes crazy, but it helps the momentum on the ice for sure. This one being controlled pretty much by the USA.
Here's Sanderson. Thought about walking it in. He'll hand it off. Shot towards the net. Never got through. Nelson tries again. Hughes cutting in. Hughes. Gaudreau trying to get that pass across. Good job, Trekishvili. He picked his pocket, took the puck away. Yeah, we're 15 kilometers from the Polish border, so when they're in the house, it's loud. Slovakia, their neighbors, my goodness, it's loud. Latvia, the drums are going. The atmosphere has been outstanding in our group.
Absolutely terrific. For the Polish fans, I mean, they go hard early on, and then they have to wait a long time for their team to score to kind of revamp them a little bit. But when they do, they go nuts.
Shot from the far point, never found its way through by Michael Kesselring. Shot in by Enzo Guibi. Kesselring will pick it up. For Kachuk, they'll try to go to that right side. There's Pinto, player that you've been impressed with out of the Ottawa Senators so far in this tournament.
Good two-way player, kind of a sweeper out there. That's the best way I can describe him. He's in the right place offensively, facilitates for his wingers, is always back in the right position when things go sideways in the offensive zone. He's done a really good job, and he's putting points on the board.
Steve Staios and Dave Poulin will like to hear that back in Ottawa, as he's a big part of their future there. Here's Vlasic. Just signed his 6-year extension with the Chicago Blackhawks. Alex Vlasic. 2 goals, 16 points with Chicago this past season. Here's Zegras over the blue line. Zegras with Farabee and Hayes. In comes Hayes, battling for the puck. In on Lorca. Played back to Pierre Crillon. Crillon, his 3rd World Championship for France. Getting back is Jones ahead of Sacha Trey. Farabee in front of his own bench for USA. Takes a look, shoots it in. In comes Werenski. He'll leave. Zegras spun around in the corner, had the puck taken away. In comes France, passing it across. Bozong took the feed from Dare, and they couldn't get that shot away on net. That drive from distance, and that left pad of Delkovich kicks out. Bozong, they'll tee it up. OB2, the former NHLer, towards the net. He missed with a shot. That is Tim Bozong, wearing 94. Brother Kevin wears 95 as OB2 drills that in. Tim Bozong in the corner. Bozong behind the net, try to feed it in front. And not a lot of offensive chances. Keep in mind, France without Stepan Da Costa, who's their leading point getter all time career. He's also got 2 goals, 4 points. And they are also without Thomas Simonsen, who's been a nice little offensive flash for them at times in this tournament as well.
Yeah, DaCosta, I don't know if he got injured. I would assume he's banged up somehow, not in the lineup with credentials that you just spoke of, but not there for him. And that's a big hurt for them because DaCosta makes stuff happen for the French, and the French are another team that just have trouble getting offense going.
DaCosta, 47 NHL games with Ottawa back in the day, but not in the lineup tonight. Welcome back to Ostrava. I just want to send my deepest condolences to Darren Detition's family and loved ones back home. We lost one of the all-time greats at TSN. Dutchie, you're loved, you're missed, and we're sending a bunch of love back home to Canada. Shot, score, right off cue. Boldy buries one, his second of the period, and it's 3-0 USA.
Winning face-offs, and the NHL players are the best at it in this tournament. There's no surprise there because such an importance is put on it at the NHL level. Everybody bears down. So team to team around the tournament, both here and in Prague, it's the guys from the NHL, and you need help. It's not always just a clean face-off win, but man, talk about finding the range and getting in the groove right now. Boldy is golden, and he hammers that one. But it was the hustle, the face-off win, the hustle, get it back to him. Johnny Gaudreau involved. The start by Nelson, scrumming the face-off at least at the very beginning, and they're up 3-0. You can tell it's business tonight, right? The U.S. team have a different feel, Brian, they did the other games.
All about building in a tournament like this. It's a long tournament. It can be a grind at times, but building and getting better to when it matters most. And this is a really nice start for John Hines and a great response for his guys for sure. Here's Vlasic. Up for Brock Nelson, who scored in this game. Nelson. He'll throw it back to the line. Shot in. Johnny Gaudreau behind the net. Nelson in front. He had Boldy already looking for the first period hat trick. Kessel works it in down low. Gaudreau doing his thing. Trying to hand it off for Nelson. France trying to clear, and they finally will. It's poked up by Thomas Derry. USA comes in quickly, though. Johnny Gaudreau loads up the big clapper, and he missed top corner. USA changing. Werenski lone man in. He's in the corner. Around the net. Werenski lost it behind the net. Played up the right side. Sacha Trey. And France in offside. 6:25 to go. And Boldy. What a tournament, and what a game tonight.
Movement in the zone is what's causing France a problem. They're having trouble tracking everybody and sorting it out. Who's going where? How far should we chase? Should we just stay in the middle? And if you just stay in the middle, then you're standing still. You're not catching up to the guy who's got the puck. And by the time they get to the puck here, he's already passed it to somebody else. And it's just gone south for France in their own end.
Mikey Eyssimont and young Will Smith. The first rounder to San Jose. That drive from distance just over the reach of Smith's stick. Picked up by Werenski. He'll sling that far boards. Seth Jones was kind of caught in no man's land, and Bozon is in. Bozon drop pass and a good stick lift by Werenski as he got back and lifted Adam's stick in time.
Boy, did Seth Jones show some speed. Wow. Because he was dead in the water. He didn't know where this puck went at first. He's looking over his right shoulder, and then he realizes, uh-oh, but he came back and he was getting the inside edge on Bozon. There's no way he was going to cut in because Seth is big and strong. And if he wanted to play that game, and I think Bozon realized that, tried the blind drop pass in behind. Good back checking by the U.S. and everything's nullified.
France will throw it in. There is Jones for Mikey Asamont. High up the glass, gets it to center. There, knocked it down, fires it in just by Nedeljkovic. Back comes Luke Kenna. He lost a tire. There's parked right in front. Drive right on. Rebound. And Asamont is steering the backhand to center as a good save from Nedeljkovic there.
Yeah, only the second shot that he's had in this game. Those are the dangerous one, kind of a bouncer. You know there's traffic all around. You got to clear it. You got to make the save and clear it, swipe it somewhere. He got help from Asamont.
Pinto, turnover as France brings it in right on the stick of Perret. Perret in low with Bertrand. Sanderson trying to take it away, and there's Tkachuk, and he will, just out of the reach of Pinto, as Caulfield hit the stick of Pinto. The two Ottawa Senators, Tkachuk and Pinto. With the Montreal Canadiens, Cole Caulfield chasing after that puck right now. Play to center, collected by Sanderson. Sanderson will give to Hughes. Finalist for the Rookie of the Year this year. Here's Zegras. Zegras in front, and no stick there available. Collected by Kevin Hayes. Vlasic. Spins away. Vlasic still with it. In the corner for Hayes. Hayes. Vlasic. One-timer. Probably going wide, but Junker's going to glove that down. Boldy's got a pair. Nelson with his second in the tournament. It's 3-0.
I was just watching Luke Hughes out there on this last shift. He reminds me of Sandis Ozilic. Ozilic playing all those years in Colorado. His skating style, like there's a big heaviness to his game. But man, he can just fly, and he's all over the ice everywhere. Great offensive skills, and you just see him up the ice and then back the ice. And I kept thinking, who was it that reminds me of? And it came to me. It was Sandis Ozilic.
Well, we've seen him in the crowd. He's been in the arena, watching a lot of the Latvia games, obviously, but here as a fan, and it's great to see a lot of former NHL greats, including Miro Shatan, who's now running the program in Slovakia. Sasha Trey, he gets back under 4 to go here in this first period. Great period from Boldy. He's got a pair of goals. Nelson now one shy of the all-time American goals list for this tournament. Vlasic in the corner. Tim Bozon trying to free it. In comes there. Kesselring. Stretch pass quickly and just a little bit offside.
And Luke Hughes is still learning the game. He's a great young talent. Love the way he plays. All the Hughes brothers are so good, great skaters. But just thinking about Sandis Ozilic, when he was playing in Colorado, he played with Adam Foote. And Adam Foote was the stay-at-home guy, right, and the control guy. And I still remember, you'd be able to hear, even through the headset, he'd be yelling, "No, Ozo, not now. No, no, don't go now, Ozo." Oh, I'd laugh like heck, but Adam had to do it because Ozilic would just go every time he touched the puck.
And Ozo's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going." We got a 2-on-1. Nelson, Boldy in front, looking for the hat-trick goal, and he missed. Nelson in the corner. Boldy nearly had the hat-trick goal here in this first period. Belmar. Boldy or Gaudreau. Gaudreau tried to set it with the back of the net. He has it again. Backhand feed in front. Gaudreau at the line, spins. Werenski with Nelson. Nelson, Werenski takes a look, pumps it back in behind the net. Seth Jones will pick it up. Here's Werenski, bit of space. Slam that pass through, just hopped on Gaudreau. He'll leave for Nelson. OB2 trying to take it away from Brock Nelson. What a move. Nelson still with it. Stick handling. Drops it off. Werenski. Bit of a clinic here right now. Werenski's got it back. Werenski at the line. Watched by Bozon. Boldy. He'll hand it off. Brock Nelson waiting. Shoots and deflected. Werenski's the guy in front with the tip. France just playing the zone here, hoping to get out of this period. Here's Jones. Up top, Boldy slung it across. Probably could have shot as well. Nelson has it for Werenski. Werenski waits. Across. One-time drive. Score. Johnny Gaudreau, 4-0 USA. I mean, it was clinical. And it was bound to happen. They had possession for what felt like a lifetime.
This is what I was talking about before for France. This is the danger that happens is you're afraid of the opposition and you realize that you're outmatched. But what you do is you get in your own zone and you stand around. This looked like a penalty kill. They have 5 guys, not 4, but they're not really challenging anybody, trying to maintain where they're supposed to be on the ice. You got to have some push. You have to eliminate somebody, get a little contact out there, help your goaltender. But right now, the way the U.S. is playing and they're passing around the outside, even when they do shoot, because of the movement in their game, they get all the rebounds. The French are not going to get any rebounds off their own goaltender either in those situations. If you're just standing around, they're going to have to confront them more.
So Johnny Gaudreau's got his second of the tournament, and he's got a goal and an assist. He's now 4 points shy of Showtime Patrick Kane for the all-time points lead for an American at this tournament. So a couple offensive records could fall this year. Brock Nelson for goals and Gaudreau for points.
Johnny Gaudreau can really dance. I mean, he's got so much lateral movement. He's so light on his feet. He just wants the puck all the time. And there's a look at the finish of the last goal. So many goals are scored in today's game from around the face-off circle. You got to make the goaltenders move because they're so good. If they come out and challenge straight on, then you got to get that puck to the wing on either side and pull the trigger quick. And that's exactly what happened.
Bouncing puck, Luke Cunnin tracking in. So 8 points in this period for the top line. Boldy, Gaudreau, Nelson. That drive and the DJ, a bit of a slip as the music came on during play. Here's Tkachuk. But the way the scoring's going, it feels like an NBA game as the Americans have really felt good. They've come out flying and everyone getting some nice offensive touches here. Here's Caulfield coming in. Cole Caulfield, wrist shot. He just missed up high. As Cole Caulfield still looking for his first. He's got 2 assists in the tournament, but Caulfield's had some chances thus far. Puck finally brought to center by France. They need to change. They'll take one. 30 seconds left in this opening period.
Yeah, Caulfield's one of the guys that don't want him to really get his feel, get in the zone. Early on in the tournament, he missed the net quite a few times. He had some really good looks. Hasn't had a lot of success yet, but he's such a gunner. They get him going and get feeling good about himself. There'll be another step forward because in those tight games in the medal round they expect to be in.
Pass in front, and the puck was at the side of the net. And Sasha Trey, the captain, he just, I don't know if he saw it, but he had a little bit of open net. Couldn't get that stick on the puck. So, through 20 minutes of play, John Hines wanted a great start. He got one. Boldy's got a pair. Nelson's has scored. Gaudreau as well. Intermission next.
First 20 minutes of this contest time of this, and the U.S. doesn't show any signs of stopping. Thank you for this fire score, 2 goals, 1 assist, and then U.S. team had 1 more goals. It's 4-3.
Nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. Come on, guys. Have a good one. Forward. Hello, guys. Have a good one. Hello, guys. Have a good one. Stay outside, please. Hold this line. It's for my safety. Please stay out. Let's put the sticks down. Go. Skate, skate, skate! That's enough, good job! Go, go, go! Let's go, boys! There! Inside, inside. Yep, yep, yep. Hey, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. Good job. Good job. Yeah, I understand that.
Welcome back to Ostrava on this Thursday night, just after 9 p.m. local time, as Kevin Bozon and Team France have to find a way down 4-0. And it looks like a goalie change. Quentin Papillon will come in, and Julian Junka is out. So after allowing the 4 goals, Nedeljkovic was perfect. He was not busy. You can see just the 3 saves in that first period. Papillon, 2-time French champions, a backup with Rouen, and was the league's top goalie back in 2021 in his 3rd World Championship, as he's yet to win at this championship, and he'll have to come in relief here, Brian, in this second period.
Yeah, pretty much predicted this was going to happen. Junka didn't really have it today. He didn't get a lot of help either. The U.S. had the puck a lot. They were getting one-timers. They were getting free in front of the net. Junka has played better, but I think the coaching staff looked and went, we got to change this up, change the whole atmosphere. And I'm sure there was probably a little barking going on in that French room too. Like, hey, let's get going. Move your feet. Let's go. Make some contact. Make something happen out standing around out there too much.
Here at Claire Hanna's interview with Matt Boldy. 2 goals, 3 points in that first period. The last time an American player had a hat trick at this championship was actually last year versus France. It was Peter Gauthier. He had 3 goals, 4 points in that game, and obviously that was a 9-0 victory, and the USA off to a good start here.
Yeah, he scored a couple just like Boldy did in that face-off circle there on the right wing side. He could really hammer the puck, and Boldy, I still remark on that shot, that one-timer. It wasn't even a pounding one-time slap shot. I mean, it was super fast catch and release. Boom, clean, right off the tape.
Here's Brock Nelson. He'll chip it in. In comes Johnny Gaudreau. Picked up by Vincent Lorca. And he lost the handle on the puck. Crayon will jam it up left side, and Trey will work that in. Here's Werenski. Up the right side. Quickly to Boldy. Boldy. Gaudreau zips it in front. Try to hit the trailer of Werenski. Hughes walks the line for USA. Luke Hughes. He'll coast in deep. Hughes in the corner. Billy nearly lost his footing. USA changing on the fly. Sanderson has the puck. Sanderson. Caulfield was cutting in back door. Sanderson still with it. He'll dish to Caulfield. Caulfield. Sanderson. Big bomb into the glove. Rebound. Hughes thought about it. Backhand try on the wrap job. It's still loose, and Papillon finds it and will cover up.
Luke Hughes is really good at that. I mean, he knows exactly where the rebounds can come in, moving in from the point. He's the lefty on the right wing side. And as the shot is taken, he's going to move in and do the wraparound. Nice job, too. He got around there very quickly. Almost beat him. Just barely saved at the last minute. Pretty good coverage there by the French in front of the net.
Off the draw, Kachuk reaching back. Play to the left side for Anthony Reck. Reck in his 7th World Championship this year. That'll be icing against Team France.
So if these are the combinations that the U.S. team are going to have, they're starting to settle in here, and this game will go a long way. We've got Pinto out there with Kachuk and Caulfield. Kachuk and Caulfield been together since the first game. They had Zegras in between them at the beginning.
Vlasic with the rocket. It missed everything. Comes all the way to Caulfield. No Ryan Leonard and no Jeff Petrie for Team USA. Claire Hanna, myself, had a chance to catch up with General Manager Brett Peterson this morning, and it sounds like they are working on bringing a 3rd goalie over. Nothing released as of yet, but so as we get closer to the quarters, semifinals, medal round, sounds like a 3rd goalie will make the trip. Alex Lyon sadly injured.
You have to have that backup just in case something else happens to one of the 2 existing guys right now. So we'll have to wait and see who ends up being the 3rd guy.
And exciting too, because part of the World Championship is obviously, you know, being in Ostrava and Prague, and a lot of the families and friends, wives, girlfriends, etc. starting to come over for Team USA, which is exciting to have that support here in the building. Here's Vlasic in his own zone. He'll play it across. There's Michael Kesselring. Kesselring over the line, still with it. Taken away by Johan Obitu. Obitu for Belmar. Belmar. That hits the skate of Hugo Gallet, but he is in the give and go with Bozon to the front of the net. And Nedeljkovic gloved it down, and he will hold it for a faceoff.
France wanted to get to the net. Their last game, that was their mandate, and they did it really well. Justin Adamo came into the lineup for his first game, went right to the net, scored a couple of goals, and it was great. They have not even been able to get close to that. Adamo's playing with Trey, and Trey's a big, huge guy that wants to get to the front of the net too. Kevin Bozon's on that line, and they just cannot get in the offensive zone.
Right pad save. Nedeljkovic kicked it. Cutting on the move. Cutting and Brindley down low. France controls. It's Valentin Claro. Pass in front, chipped away nicely, and a chance the other way. It's good defensive play by Jones. He'll jump into the rush. Jones in front, nearly jammed that in. Jones started the play at his own end and raced up ice and nearly finished it. Cutting. In on Creon. Creon in the corner. Claro. Claro, the little backhand. Up the wall. Claret trying to clear, and he will. Here's Charles Bertrand. Bertrand walks it in. Tries to get around Werenski. France changing, and Bertrand. Pretty good job to hold it in that corner. Backhand try, side of the net. Handled as Charles Bertrand. Pretty good shift. He's looking for his first goal. 1 assist. Pretty good numbers in Liga a few years back, a 32-goal season in the top Finnish league in 2018.
And we got to look at Gavin Brindley out there too. Gavin Brindley, not the biggest guy, 5'9", came out of Michigan. He had 25 goals for Michigan and came out and played 1 game for the Columbus Blue Jackets. So Gavin Brindley in the lineup for the U.S. today.
And 3 medals for him already internationally, Brian. He's got the World Junior Gold and a silver and bronze at the U18 level. The great program out of Plymouth, Michigan, USA Hockey National Team Development Program. A lot of the youngsters come up, they play together, they roll through that program, and eventually at the Men's World Hockey Championship this tournament. Here's Boldy cutting in, waiting, with it, still with it, looking for the hat trick, sends it across. We heard about the fun fact he picked up on from Claire Howe about trying to maybe feed Brock Nelson to tie the all-time goals record. Here's Hughes, drops for Nelson. The guy trying to tie that record. Nelson in front, backhand. Boldy there, looking for any rebound, as it was Gaudreau got it towards the net and handled by Papillon.
That time the French boxed out pretty well and didn't allow any second opportunities, but you can see nobody challenged Nelson at all until he came around on the backside. But then coverage got a little bit better. You can see the battle in front. They did box out Boldy a lot better. Papillon with a good first save, used the stick and bunted it away and then covered up the second time.
Baptiste Broche, some speed. He was in there with Anthony Reck. Will Caulfield in his own zone. He'll play it away to the corner. In comes Reck. 3 times Reck the best player back home in France in their top division. That wrist shot from Terry missed the mark. Worked in by Guibi. Guibi, shot on net, steered away by Vlasic. Thierry, up for Guibi. Back down low, Anthony Reck. Bouncing puck, look out, Caulfield tried to take it away, nearly did. And then Pinto couldn't advance play. Caulfield in center. He'll pass it off to Chuck. Pinto shoots, good stop there. Papillon will get that shoulder, and then the return drive from the far boards missed, and all the way down the ice for Seth Jones. Quick stretch pass up ice. Fairby in front. That shot stopped. Oh, it's Trevor Zegras, and Papillon with a nice save on Zegras in tight. Werenski, nice little move at the near point. He'll work it in. Fairby. Spun around. Fairby works it free. Zegras up top, pass across. Jones winds up, and that'll hit a body and deflect out of play. 37 minutes gone in the second. USA leading by 4. Welcome back to Ostrava. We're in Eastern Czechia, really close to the Polish border, and I'd say about a 3-hour train ride to Prague at O2 Arena. Tanev and Mangiapane have scored for Canada, so Canada 2-0 lead over in Prague. 4-0 here. Boldy a couple of goals for Team USA. Charles Bertrand over the line. Perret got hit by Luke Hughes. Hughes, little pass for Zegras. He'll free the puck to center. Hayes drops it off. Farabee tried to return the favor. Chekishvili back. And he steered that away from the front of the French net. Perret up the right side. Perret, weak wrister, and hit the side of the net. Jordan Perret, 3 goals in his World Championship career. Hayes for Zegras. Zegras starts to play up ice. Flipped to the left side by Sanderson as he went to the net. Farabee took the body check. Zegras again, cutting in. Blows off there by Claro. And then Hayes missed out, but Bozon cutting in, but well out is Nedeljkovic, and he'll play it. Nice move, Kesselring. In comes Mikey Asimov. He'll drop. Zegras couldn't handle it. Bozon off for Trey. Trey, though, gave it away right on the stick of Luke Cutting. Trey's brother, Yorick Trey, is now behind the bench as an assistant coach, working with Philippe Bozon, the head coach of Team France this year at the Men's Worlds. Long-time competitors as brothers. Here comes Gavin Brindley into the corner. Lays it back for Cutting. Tried to get it back to Brindley behind the net. He goes to work. Brindley able to kick it free for Asimov. Nice little play. He's pinned by Guibi. Far point, that shot knocked down in front. Cutting back to work in the corner. Cutting plays to the point. Vlasic. And that shot blocked. Kesselring's got to get back. In comes Anthony Reck into the corner. Reck able to steal. A little pop pass. There's Bruges towards the net. And a rare offensive zone chance there for France. Still nothing dangerous. Nelson over the line. Nelson. Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau. A point in every game for USA so far. That shot off the side of the net. Berensky always dangerous. He's got a great shot. Both the slap shot and that wrist shot too. He looked to sneak it in up top. Johnny Gaudreau. Zach Berensky. Walks it in, shoots, and just missed glove side. Missed everything and all the way down the ice to Nedeljkovic.
U.S. has lost a little pop to their game here. The game's kind of flattened out a little bit for them. Up 4-0. They know they're in control, but not that hard driving game that we saw in the first period before the goals started to pile up. It's kind of natural.
Jones, Gaudreau, cross ice. Nelson thought about it, then shoots, blocked. Tim Bozon cleans that up for Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Foot race on, and Jones got there first, icing against France.
One of the guys that the U.S. have to get going is Trevor Zegras. Zegras is really having trouble finding the net, and he was -5 coming into this game. He's not been on the ice for any of the 4 goals for the U.S. yet either. And so they got to find a way to get him going. They changed lines after the first game or so, moved him to a different line, and he's a guy who's got some great talent for sure. And right now, he's the one that's still one of the guys that's still looking for his footing here.
He's got a goal, 2 points, just to 50 points in the regular season with the Ducks in 31 games. A lot of that, obviously, some injury issues. Yeah. He came out, remember his rookie year, the 9 power play goals, get back-to-back 23-goal seasons, and then just, you know, has not gone his way here, I'd say, the last year and a half or so.
There's a look at DaCosta, who is not in the lineup, the all-time leading scorer for France, so something's got to be up with him. You wouldn't think you'd take him out of the lineup just for the heck of it.
Here's Cole Caulfield. Hands it off. Wrist shot right on. Capillon stopped it. Battle in front. Here's Hughes shooting. He just missed wide. Good shot for Caulfield. Up for Sanderson. Sanderson. Kind of a shot pass as he threw it towards the net. Caulfield for Kachuk. Pinto. Caulfield bouncing on him. Holds it in. Sanderson. Back into the corner. Pinto in front. Had Kachuk. His Senator teammate just missed him. Hughes. USA going to work here. Hughes in. Shot Kachuk right on. That was stopped. And France, they need a change. And Did they get a touch? They did not, so they won't get that change. That's icing. And the USA just throwing it around.
Yeah.
Last time they did that for about 2 minutes and they scored.
I was watching Jake Sanderson there too for the U.S. He's got some great talent. He's got such a smooth way of playing the game. And his first year or so, Erik Karlsson was still in Ottawa. And he reminds me of Karlsson's same kind of style. Sort of learned from him, watched him, how he goes back for pucks, how he handles the puck, how he skates with the puck and passes it. It reminds me a lot. It looks like he's copied himself off of Karlsson in a lot of ways.
10 goals this season back home in the National Hockey League with Ottawa. That's going to be offside as Bozon had fallen. It was already in. 4-0 USA. All the goals in the first period.
French coach Philippe Bozon was having a little family meeting there over on the bench. All the heads were turned around back the other way looking at the coach. I can't quite see from here what his face looked like, but I think there was a stern message there. They just don't have anything going. They, quite frankly, as this one goes for icing, they look tired. They look tired out, can't get anything going. But he was definitely getting the message across. Every single head. From here, we could see the back of the helmets of everybody. As he said, hey, everybody here. So we'll see if they can pick it up here a little bit. Again, your leaders, if you're in France, your leaders have got to get in there, make some contact, play with a little fury, try to get something going. Kind of like what we saw from Brady Tkachuk a couple of games ago. Remember? The U.S. was kind of flat, right? And I remember you remarking, going, look at Brady. You know, here he goes. He's angry, and he started making contact. That's the kind of thing that France needs right now.
Here's Farabee behind the net. Plays it in front at the side of the net and couldn't get that shot in clean on Tapillon. Classic. Hayes. There's Kessel. Matt Kessel getting some international action. Zegras cutting in. Good moves. Didn't get the shot up, but he draws a penalty. Nedeljkovic to the bench. Extra attacker on. Zegras right in front, and France would possess the puck. And a power play here for Team USA.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised there. Chakishvili was one of the guys defending there. He's not going to the box here for hooking, but usually he contests a play better than that.
USA 2 for 8 on the power play, Brian, coming in.
Cantagalo's the one who went for, could have been hooking, could have been slashing, but see, they're just kind of playing the zone. Everybody's reaching. I mean, that's the way the French have played. There's no pop, no physical contact, no nothing. Zegras loves that kind of game. He was knifing his way through.
Here's Johnny Gaudreau on the puck, on the power play. Kachuk's not friend. He's in front of the net there as Nelson shot up high. And Kachuk providing that screen in front. Net front presence as Werenski gets back. So a little different look as Nelson starts. Caulfield not on the #1 unit. They had Cole Caulfield actually in a bumper position. Back home in Montreal, a lot of times you see him in that far circle.
Yeah, I remember you remarking about that the other day. You know, there are lots of different opportunities, right? It'll make him a better player, you know, overall, experiencing something different. Each of these players comes in, you know, and some just have to adapt. And yeah, I usually play here, I usually play there, whether it's power play or maybe even it's out of position, center's moving to wing or whatever. And that's part of your experience playing with other great players and fitting in on a team like this.
Werenski will circle around and set it up for USA. Gaudreau. Kachuk's in front. Gaudreau with it for Boldy. 2 goals in the game, Matt Boldy. Boldy near circle. Protects the puck. Uses the boards. Up for Werenski. Boldy. In front of Tkachuk there. Reaching for it. And Quentin Papillon able to find it and hold.
Well, we know where Brady Tkachuk's going to be all the time, and that's net front, and that's where he should be. And moving around a couple of times and not much is happening. If you're just standing on the outside, nothing is going to happen. You might as well get it to the front of the net. Papillon does a really good job of getting out there. Spread eagle, pretty much covering both posts, and there's enough coverage from the D to prevent second and third chances.
USA controls off the drop. Hughes from Jones. Hughes, Jones. Here's Seth Jones. They'll take it up top and go to Zegras.
Claro doesn't have a stick, so it's 5 against 3.5.
Hughes, Zegras, Caulfield. Zegras to Caulfield again. Caulfield hands it off for Hughes. Luke Hughes. Dishes, had Caulfield from an E. Missed the shot, can't find the puck. As Cole Caulfield dished it far boards.
And Claro would have had a chance to clear it, but no stick.
Just over the stick of Zegras. Zegras, Caulfield, they played pass. Trevor Zegras, pull Caulfield one-timer right on. There's the shot they wanted. And a good save, Papillon. Zegras back on the puck for USA. There's a few seconds remaining of power play time. Just hopped on Caulfield in the corner. Racing over his Lorca to try clear. So a good kill by France.
Yeah, the U.S. was doing the right thing, though. They were trying to get it wherever Claro was. They had to get the puck to that guy, because with a guy without a stick, you can come right up to his nose, and there's nothing he can do about it. The French should have had a clear, but he didn't have a stick. This one goes up and out of play. So you got to take advantage of that. And there's a guy that's still a little frustrated. They set him up, and again, because look at Claro, see, he's pushing him from behind. And a good shot by Caulfield. Gets it away, it's on target. But smart play on the power play there. When a guy doesn't have a stick, that's who you work on.
You talk about France and their energy. They still have Slovakia, Sweden, and Germany. So, I mean, you know, you talk about countries coming up, Hungary and Slovenia. I mean, France has to get some points going here.
For sure. And they were off yesterday, so but they look tired. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. They just don't have their game going. There's not much push in their game physically or skating-wise.
Good job. Will Smith just got back on side, and Farabee, let's hope he's not hurt. He was tripped up and slow to get up.
Cutting back into the inside. They're got his feet taken out from underneath him. This is Adamo that's going to the box. Here's the big guy I was talking about. Did a great job for them first game, last game. 2 goals from in front of the net. But right back on the power play. Here comes Farabee. And skate on skate. Yeah, that hurts because that can pull that back leg right back there. Farabee got up on his own accord. That's good news.
So another chance for the Americans. The 2 power play goals so far in the tournament. And they'll go to work again. One-time drive. Boldy. Good stop. Rebound for Tkachuk. Jams away. And finally reaching back. Papillon able to stop Brady Tkachuk.
Boldy with a terrific shot, man, and that's a great one-timer. Werenski freezes everybody in front of the net, and that gives Boldy an extra chance. Actually, that was going wide, but it went off the Crino in front of the net, and Papillon still was able to fight that off. He got that blocker side over there. He reacts really well. He's fighting and battling there. Then he got help again in the crease. That was some pretty good stuff. That was Thierry in behind him. Otherwise, the U.S. might have been able to stash that one in. But Papillon, he's battling in there for sure.
Brady Tkachuk, 2 goals in this tournament. 3 straight 30-plus goal seasons with Ottawa. Here's Boldy. Shovels the backhand up top. Werenski. Back for Boldy. Boldy in front. Little chip. And Nelson. A lot of velocity in the clear by France.
They're using that net front presence well in the power play. That's a good thing. Sometimes you go around the outside so much. You're looking for the big hammer from the top or from the side, but they're getting it into the crease area. They're using the bumper guys like they did just there with Nelson. They're using the net front presence when Tkachuk is out there. I think that's all good stuff. You got to work everything you can.
Here's Boldy being watched by Perret. Gaudreau brings it in, leads for Nelson. Nelson drops it back. Werenski. Pop pass to the point. Werenski waiting. Down low Gaudreau. Gaudreau wanted Tkachuk. He was creeping in just over his stick. Nelson. Boldy. Boldy. Nelson. And just healed that one-timer. Tkachuk swings it in front. Picked up by Boldy. Under 5 to go here in the second period. 4 to the USA. All the goals in the first. Nelson plays pass. Werenski. That pass intended for him off a French stick, but Werenski has it. He'll dish it back. Boldy again. Boldy below the goal line. Werenski waiting. Goes up top. Wanted Boldy, did Gaudreau, and couldn't find him clean. Johnny Gaudreau picks it up far wall. Gaudreau, wrist shot, left, pad stop, Papillon.
That was a good shot by Johnny Gaudreau. He's got to take a few more of those. It seems like every team plays against him, they know he's going to pass.
Nelson up high, and Papillon fought it off with the shoulder. Good save by the French netminder.
Johnny Gaudreau gets the puck, and whether it's 5-on-5 or on the power play, he's making plays all the time. There's movement to his game. He's always looking for somebody else. But the French, and in other games too, I mean, he's coming downhill. He's coming at the net. He's got to look at the net, and still it's another cross-ice pass and through the box, and very few of them are connected.
Adamo out of the box, fires it in. Derby, good to see him back on the ice after he took the trip from Adamo. Here's Caulfield, a little bit of space with Zegras. Cole Caulfield waiting across, shot, and stopped. Papillon got across on Zegras. Follow-up try just wide. What a save by Quentin Papillon, who's come in relief. And he's been perfect thus far with some big stops, the latest on Zegras. Brian, over at Prague, Canada, a 2-0 lead. Dawes, his first start in net at the Men's Worlds, he hasn't faced a shot yet. Norway doesn't have a shot yet.
Wow.
And they're nearly 40 minutes done. 2 periods over there. So I don't know how you keep busy. Gets to skate around a little bit.
And how do you get your feel if you're a goaltender? Yeah, first game ever. You want to get in. Let's go. Man. Let's have something happen. And you're standing there and no shots yet.
Not a problem here. USA 33-6 leading the shot department as Janka, the goalie's been pulled. Papillon's coming in. He's been really good, actually, keeping it at 4-0 USA. USA winning this game last year 9-0 in the preliminary round as Tim Bozon shakes off the check. Got to skate away from Kesselring, doing a pretty good job up top. Ovitu across, one-time drive, and that was just wide. Puck shift to center. Asamont trying to move it up ice, and he will. Here's Asamont. He'll stop. Cunnin parks himself in front of the net, and Asamont spins and works it in. Picked up by Gavin Brindley. Brindley up top. Asamont shifts it to the line. Sanderson, back pass. Kessel. Here's Matt Kessel, the native of Scottsdale, Arizona. Plays it around the boards for Sanderson. Sanderson. Gavin Brindley, wrist shot, hit his stick, went wide. Under 3 to go here, second period. Asamont beats the point again. Sanderson, look to the line, still has it. Goes up top. Kessel, wrist shot off the stick, and that was just wide. France desperate to clear, and they can't. Kessel holds it in. He'll work it across. Brindley, wrist shot behind the net. It was a pass. Asamont there. Off for Kessel. France gassed right now. They need a change desperately. 2:20 to go in the second. USA just playing catch.
Good tactics in the second period. Long ways from the bench. Run them around. Get them tired.
Battle to it. The glove stop. Papillon. And that allows that change.
In front of the net, Luke Cunnin had a pretty good battle going with Gallet. Gallet's in a little conversation with Papillon, his goaltender. And yeah, everybody in a blue jersey wanted off the ice on that one. It is. It's a good tactic in the second period when you have the ability to move the puck around the way the U.S. does against France. Wear them down, take advantage of fatigue.
Wrist shot from the point, and that was followed up as Zegras let it fly right into Papillon.
And that's where if the goaltender can take face-offs, prevents that from happening, where you go a minute and a half without a face-off. So the goaltender is probably going to freeze more pucks than maybe he otherwise might have.
Backcourt, Enzo Cantagallo will clear it all the way down the ice. Good foot race, Anthony Reck, and good speed there. Negates the icing. France able to hold it in as Reck goes to the net. Reck in front, try to get that tip. Good job by him to keep this entire play alive, Anthony Reck. Spinning away is Baudouin in the corner. France able to get a change on the fly in, but Orensky has the puck for USA. Farabee, little backhand in. Try to play it up that left side. Baudouin has it for Bozon, for Trey. The captain, Trey. They'll stop. Trey. Pass across, that wrist shot. That was knocked down. That stung Shane Pinto a little bit. Still shaking off that right hand after blocking that shot. Final minute, second period. Sanderson coming in with Pinto. Lost the puck to Vincent Lorca. Here's Brion. He'll chip it into the corner. All the scoring in the first period of this contest. Caulfield for Tkachuk. Brady Tkachuk trying to drive in, and he was pushed off. Not a lot of guys can do that, and Thomas Terry did. Good defensive play by Terry. That was knocked down to center by Hughes. 30 seconds remaining, second period. Tkachuk sweeps that across. Pinto with Caulfield. Pinto stops, fell, back up, and he'll lay it in. Terry spinning away. Lost the puck, he was tripped up. Laid back to the line, Vlasic skating in for Caulfield right through the skates. There's 5 seconds remaining. Chip down the ice, Nelson back. And through 40 minutes of play, it's 4-0 USA.
Yeah, USA's been controlling everything. John Hines will have a chance to get some of the younger guys in the lineup a little more. Brindley might play a little more. Smith and Kessel may play a little more. US is in control here for us.
Just 6 saves needed for Alex Nedeljkovic. Intermission is coming up next with Mark.
We have seen a second third of this amazing contest. The United States will be playing peace and still holding their 4-0 lead. So the U.S. is actually playing in the right direction. But they don't have any reason for that, but it's not where Andre Silva is going to see what's going to happen in the last
Keep up the good work. 1, 2, 3, go! Stay, boys. Blue stick down, go! Easy, boys! Go, go, go! Yep! Hey, stay, boys! Easy, boys! We good? All good, Julius? Have everything you need?
Nothing.
Let me know if you have any trouble. Outside the blue! Outside the blue! Easy, boys! /27. Outside! That's enough! Good job, buddy, good job. Outside! 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 Good! Come in! Come in! Hey!
I moved.
Yeah,
I heard you.
Yeah, you heard me.
I moved.
Perfect, perfect.
Let's also look at the score of Rocker and Group A playing team have one more goal early and the game score is 2-0. This is the Group A game action, but now let's have a look at the best moments of the second period of this contest between France and the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the highlights of the second period.
Third period about to get underway here in Ostrava between Team USA and Team France. Alex Nedeljkovic has not been very busy, just the 6 saves thus far. USA's last medal at this championship was the bronze back in 2021. As for France, they finished 12th the last 2 years of this championship. And look at that, you know, since he's come in, 23 stops for Quentin Papillon. It hasn't been easy. He's come in cold, but he's kept it a 4-0 game for the French.
Yeah, and they turned it around at least a little bit there. They stopped the bleeding. Good saves by him, better coverage in front of the net. This one goes for icing. So they've knocked the game down a little bit, but still they're just not much life from the French team at all. They have trouble scoring. I mean, their scoring, you know, efficiency was 15th in the entire tournament. So 7 goals on 90 shots, it's like, you know, 7%. So when they get their chance, it doesn't always go in. And at this point, they play like, you know, how are we going to get anything going offensively? And how do you get back in the game if you can't score? So kind of feeds on itself here.
Brock Nelson across that shot in the pads and held as Johnny Gaudreau. You won't get a much better look. Stick flying, but Papillon able to keep it out.
Oh, and Boldy went down late there. It was a bit of a collision, I think, with Trey. Yeah, it's a little messy here for the goaltender. He can't quite find the handle on it. I didn't get a good look what happened to Boldy after the fact, but he did get knocked down. There's a redirection. That line has been brilliant. 8 points, 4 goals, and 4 assists. So there we go. It was a push right in the gut. It was Crino, actually, that did it, and Boldy wasn't ready for it. That really sagged him, and he went down. Maybe knocked the wind out, but he's still out there.
Early and Dare off the right wing for France. Werenski plays it to center. It goes all the way down, but good hustle. Boldy. Boldy gets there first. Try to center, bouncing for Gaudreau as Papillon was well out of his net. Boldy nearly took advantage. Nelson, Boldy, down low. There's Gaudreau. He's got the puck. Spinning away. Johnny Gaudreau for Boldy. Gaudreau down low, trying to shake off Obitu. Yohan Obitu. Back into the corner. Belmar hits Boldy. Zipped up to the point. Here's Werenski. Werenski, wrist shot that hit Brock Nelson in the back, and Jones keeps it onside. Brock Nelson has it at the line. Pumps it right back in. USA needs a change, so they'll start one. Yohan Obitu. Lost it at center. Kachuk starts the other way. Pass for Caulfield. Cole Caulfield in right through the crease off the skate of Kachuk. He was tied up. Caulfield jams it again through the crease, and it's all the way down the ice for Pinto. Caulfield got jammed up by Catagallo. Lost his stick at center. And a slashing call coming up. Yeah, they're going to call it. So
that stick went flying down the ice. I think that's the center of the tension. Another penalty for France.
Team France, 27, 2-minute session.
Cantagallo ends up with a slashing penalty. Yeah, there's a pretty good look at it. You whack the stick out of the hands of Cole Caulfield, and so see if Cole Caulfield can take advantage of that. He'll be out there on this power play in the bumper spot.
Pinto won the draw. USA controls. Seth Jones for Hughes. Back to Jones. And bounced off his stick. Valentin Claro able to clear. Luke Hughes will wind up the speed through center. He'll cut in, feed that right side. Shot in by Pinto. Cole Caulfield for Zegras. Trevor Zegras. Caulfield dishes back. Hughes puts it across. Jones, first shot up high. Fighting was Papillon. Made the stop.
Luke Hughes has got he's such a dynamo, just waiting to explode. Every time he gets the puck, is a tremendous stride. There's just something about him. He eases his way up the ice, just passing people. It looks like he's not even breathing hard.
Johnny Gaudreau could have probably taken that all the way in. Nelson, they'll hand it off in the corner. Hughes, and I think crease violation, so they'll stop play if you go through the crease area.
Hughes was getting some power play time there too. Werenski's usually the guy up top, but Luke Hughes getting some power play time as well, and what an impact he's had in his early years in the National Hockey League. He was a big impact. Here's the call by the referee.
So over in Prague, Brian, Norway got their first shot 42 minutes into the game. Shot number 2 went in. So Canada leads 2-1. True story. I wouldn't lie to you. USA on the power play. Gaudreau in front, tries to jam it home. And then the late whistle.
Well, you know, if the puck's loose, you're allowed to poke at it.
Chuck was going to poke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's not afraid to stick his nose in there or carry it any distance you want to. Crino got in his face, and I don't know if Crino knows what he's getting into there. Brady's not going to want to scrap, though. It's just not what you do in international tournament. You don't want prolonged suspension or getting kicked out of the game or anything like that. But I don't think in normal situation in the NHL he wouldn't want to see Tkachuk.
Brady battling for a gold medal here. Brother Matthew battling for a Stanley Cup. Back in the NHL playoffs. Saw father Keith doing some work in Finland for the St. Louis Blues. At the Under-18 World Hockey Championship. The draft lottery. Won by San Jose.
Yeah, I'm sure the Tkachuk family, I mean, those two young men are chips off the old block, that's for sure. And they must have had fights in the car on the way to the rink, I'll bet, with Brady and Matthew.
Well, the family's been getting a lot of airtime with the commercials, and we talked with Brady about a penalty coming out. I think it's OV2 behold, so USA another power play. And, you know, we chatted about, you know, is dad the best actor? Of course, the 2 boys, but mom got the thumbs up.
Lots of talent. That's Adamo going to the penalty box. There's the pull down there, and yeah, Philly Bozon, collar's getting a little tight. He's just not seeing anything that he really likes from his team.
Since he's come in, Papillon has been perfect. Hasn't allowed one. All those 4 goals coming in the first period. The first one 45 seconds in. And Brock Nelson opened the scoring, holding a pair, and Johnny Gaudreau. So that line has done a lot of damage here tonight for USA. And here is Luke Hughes. Nice little move at center, then flips it back. Zegras chips and chases. Trevor Zegras cutting in and shot down the ice. All the way to Nedeljkovic. He's got to be careful as Bruce, first guy in. You know, it's funny, they play that drop pass back. You see it in the NHL all the time, but a few times that the player looked up, you could just go. They give you the net. You just keep wheeling and bring it in on the goalie, Papillon.
Yeah, it's the way it's drawn up. It's the way you want to play it, so you follow the directions. And sometimes, yeah, there's some obvious chances on the rush for an individual to just take it.
Seth Jones shoots Caulfield side of the net, and he can't bury. And held by Papillon.
Power plays can be like that in the NHL, too. You know, sometimes a guy will have a pretty good track to get himself into the zone, but still the drop pass happens.
I saw with the Montreal Canadiens, Mike Matheson bring it in one time, took a look to fake it back, and then he just took off, and he had a great scoring chance. Yeah, he just blew through. He's a great skater. Here's Werenski. Gaudreau, one-timer, Boldy right on from distance, snap that in. Papillon to save.
Boy, he got quick hands, unreal release. The Boldy goal from earlier on when he was in the face-off circle, that was brilliant. This one from distance, he just wanted to get it to the front of the net, but the surprise attack of getting it away so quickly, they had a chance at it. Redirection didn't go in, but Boldy's had a huge influence, and as has his line mates Gaudreau and Nelson. 8 points from that line.
Signed a 7-year, $49 million extension in Minnesota. That could be pretty good value the way this young man's progressing. There's Gaudreau. Right through the crease. Tkachuk was in front. Boldy picks it up. 2 goals for Boldy. 36 minutes, got in front. Tkachuk, the jam and the stick. The tip just a little bit high and wide. Brock Nelson goes to work. He gets hit by Gallet. Boldy again, in, drops it off, Nelson. Werenski. Penalty winding down. Nedeljkovic lets them know. That pass down low in front. Nelson trying to kick it to his stick. Stick loose, puck loose, finally blown down. Papillon was down and out, but they kill off another penalty, does France.
Nelson trying to, I think, just put it back through the paint to get it free again. He battles so well in tight space. That's what the NHL is all about, right? And on his team, the Islanders, it's where he goes. Behind the net, in front of the net, in the corners, fight for space. He knows timing. He knows all those things. But that's a heck of a save by Papillon. Not just the save, but keeping his leg flexed like that in position is really difficult. Keep some pressure on and keep the puck out.
Anthony Rex, some speed. He'll cut in on Kesselring. Puck chipped to center. So for Team USA, right back at it tomorrow night, they'll take on Poland. 4-0 advantage. Kesselring brings it in over the line, then he dumps it in. There's Reck, little backhand. Farabee, though, broke it up. Give and go. Here comes Farabee. Farabee, space, right to the net. Backhand, just wide.
Nice little move there. Protect the puck with his leg. Went forehand, backhand. Almost scooped it in that short side top shelf.
Wiebe took it away from Kevin Hayes. Back to the corner. Play to the line. Vlasic dumps it right back in. Will Smith was battling for that puck, getting some ice time. Young forward had a great little run. World Junior gold. Had 20 points at the U18 last year, winning a gold medal. There's Louis Christopher in front, poked aside. Nedeljkovic poked that away as Cantagallo was cutting in. Cantagallo does have a goal in this tournament for France. That line, Ryan Leonard, Will Smith. That tandem both here at the World Championship. Gabe Perreault was the third part of that line, one of the best lines outside of pro hockey for a couple of years. Then they teamed up together at Boston College as well. Just came up shy in that NCAA final, losing to Denver 2-0. Puck at the side of the net. Esamont. Kessel, big blast and a better block. That one hurt as Baptiste Brouche got down and blocked it.
When you get those one-timers, even if it's straight on your shin pad, it hurts. I think that got him on the side there. Yeah, can't feel your leg going to the bench. Not a good thing.
Cole Caulfield wrist shot off his stick as Terry checks his stick after he blocked it. Make sure it isn't broken. And that'll deflect off Tkachuk and out of play. Power break. All the power offensively. USA, they have 4. Born on the USA, Alex Nedeljkovic has made just 7 stops. So Alex Nedeljkovic has a U18 gold medal. He won it back in 2014. You know his center iceman that year? Eichel, Larkin, and Austin Matthews. It's a pretty good team.
Nice.
Kyle Connor was on that team as well. They were outstanding. That could be one of the best centers in history at that U18 tournament.
Yeah, they've got some stars here, that's for sure, that have had great histories. Zegras, MVP, right?
Yeah.
In the World Championship. Caulfield, under-18 MVP in 2019. Will Smith, under-18 2023 MVP.
Ryan Leonard, golden goal, U18s. Caulfield tied the single goal scoring record held by Alex Ovechkin. They both had 14 in 2019. Here's Tkachuk. 14 goals in a single tournament for Caulfield. And I talked to him. He knew they were close. They must have fed him 1,000 times.
Well, why wouldn't you? You want to be part of that team that makes it happen.
That was, though, in the bronze medal game. They were upset that year in 2019, and they had a rock star lineup. That was actually Sweden. Lucas Raymond had the hat trick versus Russia in that gold medal game in Örnsköldsvik in northern Sweden. That was a heck of a tournament. Here's Trey trying to break in, and he's got the puck, the big man in the corner. Sasha Trey. Got pushed off, though, by Sanderson, and it's flipped down into the American zone. You know, that USA Hockey program, National Team Development Program in Plymouth, Michigan, so many, it's a great facility, it's a wonderful program, and it's just so cool to see the young men that come up. They play together for a couple of years. You know, we just saw them at the U18s. They made the gold medal game versus Canada. It was really exciting. There's a young man named Cole Eiserman who just broke Cole Caulfield's all-time program record by a goal. You got to buy a goal, and Cole Eiserman will be a first-round, high-end pick, probably the best goal scorer in the draft coming up.
Every generation, they've been training so well. Individual coaching and the skill level from such a young age. It shows more and more all the time. You see it, one of the biggest changes in the game today is how good these guys are in a bad angle. Whereas that little room beside the goaltender's head on the short side, right up under the bar. Guys hit it so often now. That didn't used to be a shot you saw very much. Now you see it all the time because players are confident. If you don't have a play in front of the net, everybody's covered. Take that shot on the short side. Worst thing that can happen, maybe it comes off the goaltender's head or off the post, and it's still in play, and you got another chance.
Well, and Brian, the Michigans become a ho-hum play. Like that behind scoop, lacrosse-style goal, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they pull it off now at will. At the NHL level 2 now, it's just another play on the highlight reel. Impressive stuff. Boldy going to work in the corner. 4-0 USA. Boldy, good job, stole the puck. Bounced into the slot. Good job by him and Gaudreau. Brought in the other way as Valentin Perreault centering feed. Bertrand cutting in. Could get the shot away. Cutting in is Hugo Gallet. In 2022 is a top 3 player at the Men's World for France. Bertrand's shot. Follow-up try. He'll work it in deep.
Bertrand's been a good player for France in this tournament and over the years. Good, reliable guy. Plays it hard when the game's really messy. He's got some skill for sure, but he just hasn't had the puck very much in this game.
Bertrand in his 8th World Championship, and we talked about it. You know, no Simonson, no Stefan DaCosta. That hurts. Eyssimont winds it up around the net. Mikey Eyssimont stops. Eyssimont look, shoots. That was knocked down by there. Can't clear. Brindley, high shot, and that was deflected just wide. Cuttin was parked in front. They come again, trying to walk it right in. Was Hughes. Sanderson picks it up. Cuttin cycles it right back in. Thomas Thierry trying to clear, help with Bozon there as well. Eyssimont, though, some tenacious work for the Americans.
And, you know, in France's defense here, they're down by 4-0. But earlier in the tournament, Claire Hanna did an interview with Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. And he said, you know, he was being calm about it after a loss. And he said, look, we used to get, this is his 11th World Championship. He said, we used to get beat 8-9-0. And it wasn't even close. So he said, we progressed. So we have to remember that too, that, you know, it's a process for them too. They're developing more and more young players.
Turnover, Will Smith. Tkachuk, Will Smith, and right through the crease. Tkachuk again, and he slashes that through the crease.
I think he was being nice. I think that he was giving that back to Tkachuk, and Tkachuk had already turned away, assuming he was going to shoot it.
Here's Trey. It's funny though, right? These young men, so much international experience as that time. He rips it right on Smith. Kind of deferring to the veteran guys like a Tkachuk. But that young man, I've seen it. He could shoot and score, Will Smith. 4-0 USA. We talked about the USA Hockey National Team Development Program, and for the head coach, John Hines, he talked about it too. He spent 9 seasons there. And you know, you get your start there. You never forget that program. As that drive therapy just wide. And just all part of that importance of, you know what, it's not the name on the back. It's the USA on the front. Yep. And representing your country and the pride and, you know, all these guys working to bring home a medal here.
The U.S. National Development Program has been outstanding. It's been there for so long, developed so many terrific players. You go back to, you know, back in the days when I was a junior and then going to college, that program was not, you know, nearly what it is now. I mean, it's incredible. Kudos to them, and just year after year, they keep pumping out incredible talent and, you know, feeding them really good opposition, who they can play against, and it's amazing. And now you see so many of these guys in the NHL right now, and guys on this team, of course, that have come through that program. It's outstanding.
And coaches too, Brian. Dan Muse was the head coach of the U18 program last year, where they won the gold medal in Switzerland. Well, he's an assistant now with the New York Rangers. Wrist shot up high and handled Jones right on, and Papillon stops that. And the Rangers doing pretty well back home in the NHL playoffs. Peter Laviolette.
It's been interesting, though, right? You know, Rangers were up 3-0. Now they lost the last couple. You know, Carolina wasn't going to go away quietly. No, good net front presence there by Zegras. I think that even hit him in the knee. U.S. just really executing here, making some plays, making some passes, trying not to develop any bad habits.
Sanderson will work that across. Hughes backhand in front, tipped. Lost the stick was Papillon. Lost the stick, but he found the puck.
And Boldy again right there. He's had so many chances to get the hat trick, hasn't he? And guys keep giving him the puck for sure. Boldy's been terrific in this game. 3 points already, 2 goals and an assist. Hughes always hustling. He's always looking for something to get done, Luke Hughes.
Hughes has the puck right now. Little dish, Boldy. Zipped across, Nelson just found on the shot. Thorough hits him in the corner. If you didn't know Luke Hughes from obviously watching him come up and the great season with the Devils, his rookie campaign, I mean, at times you think he's a forward. The way he moves, creeps into the play, he's unbelievable with his skating and his edge work.
Yeah, he's a free spirit like his brothers are. Big brother's defenseman, of course. Middle brother is a great forward for New Jersey, but they all have that skating ability. That's the common theme for them. And they want the puck. I mean, they want to make plays, and they have great hockey sense, all 3 of them.
Hockey IQ, competitive fire, and confidence. That's the trifecta. Outstanding players. Under 6 to go in this third period. 4-0 USA. Here's Sanderson through center. Gave that away to Guibi. Up for Charles Bertrand. Bertrand tried to center. Taken away by Gaudreau. They'll feed Nelson. Nelson, Gaudreau, Hughes, in, shoots, stop, rebound in front. And a big pileup as Papillon was down. And the high flip to center. Papillon's lost his stick a few times. It's handed back to him here by Thomas Thierry.
And speaking of Hughes, that was him up on the play. Timing was just perfect. Got a good scoring chance.
Here comes Asimon cutting in. Wrap job in front. And cleaned up by Belmar. Belmar, Asimon. They get spun around a little bit. Former teammates with Tampa a couple years ago. Belmar this season with Seattle, back home in the NHL. Here's Hayes passing his skates. Under 5 to go. Vlasic. Nice move through center. Vlasic brings it in. He'll hold and then dish it around the boards. Picked up by Will Smith.
Vlasic's another one. Great young talent. Today's National Hockey League, playing for the Chicago Blackhawks. Talk about tall and lanky. And the way he moves for a big guy, especially as young as he is, being able to move and skate and have the dexterity and the footwork that he has at such a young age. He has got a terrific career ahead of him, too.
Kyle Davidson locked him up for 6 years, an extension, just over $27 million. There's Bozon making a move, backhand in front, Rec right on. Rec again, tried that follow-up, and that's one of the best chances we've seen from France here in this game. Philippe Ozon talked with our Claire Hanna earlier in the tournament, just talked about how they wanted to obviously do well here, but use this. They got an Olympic qualifier coming up. And to try, use this and build a little momentum and confidence is Clairot. Brings it in for France. 3:30 to go. They like to get one here. Clairot, wrist shot. And Nedeljkovic, a good job through the screen. Gloves it down. For save number 9. 4-0 USA. Welcome back to Ostrava. We are in eastern Czechia, near the Polish border. The city hosted the 2020 World Juniors. A lot of guys run that World Junior team. Cole Caulfield, Trevor Zegras. They finished 6th that year, so trying to make some more positive memories. World Juniors was also back here in 1994. Brindley was trying to drive in up that right side. It's been a great host city. Hosted a women's national volleyball championship back in 1986. So a lot of great fans from all sorts of jerseys, countries. It's been a lot of fun to meet a lot of the people. Had a chance to catch up with a few of the Latvians the other night. Here's a steal, Bozon in. Bozon off the steal, and he lost the handle. And that has been a microcosm of the tournament for France. They get a chance, they just can't finish in tight.
Yeah, he's disgusted with himself. Sanderson going over and apologizing to his goaltender too. Sanderson changed his mind a little bit, I think, what he wanted to do, and then he got a little too fancy last man stick handling on a one-man forecheck and got pickpocketed. But then Bozon trying really hard to make the play, and look, he just mishandled. He just looked like he tightened up. It had been a while since they'd had a scoring chance, and he tightened up and mishandled it.
Caulfield plays it around the net. And we're talking about Quentin Papillon. I mean, he hasn't allowed a goal. Wrist shot, score. My goodness. Kiss of death from the broadcaster. Shea Pinto, 5-0 USA.
You couldn't have timed that any better.
Oh, man.
You did.
My apologies.
Yeah. Pinto, nice job there. Turnover immediately in the scoring area right in front of the net, but the shot he makes is really good. Pinto's been just really good and solid. He's one of those guys that plays in that sort of that second level. You're watching other players. USA does a good job of turning the puck over. Captain does a good job of making that happen. Brady Tkachuk in on it, jammed the play up as France wanted to come out of the zone. Over the pad, under the glove, and Shane Pinto with a goal.
Partner, I'm going to buy you a lottery ticket after the game, okay? If I was that powerful,
timing's that good, yeah.
If I'm that powerful, it's worth a shot. 5-0 USA. But again, it's the guys that you talked about off the top of the broadcast. Shane Pinto, Matt Boldy. Again, another game. Tkachuk in front, trying to find Caulfield, and another great performance from those two.
And they've stuck with the program too, right? I mean, they're trying to not get carried away and make risky plays. One mistake by Sanderson, it just happened. It's going to happen. But they've been grinding when they've had to. It's been a hard game to play because really France has just never come up with anything much. And again, we'll credit the U.S. for taking it away from them. But the U.S. came into this game with, hey, we've got some things to fix here. We got to put our nose to the grindstone and play a good, solid game. Play from the drop of the puck. And they did that. They put pressure on France right away, scored right away, and that made a huge difference. That's what John Hines was preaching to them, and they've responded.
And this team, they were hot after that loss to Slovakia. This is not a happy group.
Yep. Just offside here. I think that was a hair offside as they thought they had kept it in. Yeah, it was just sloppy. Everybody trying to maybe do too much and a little bit too much individual play. And John Hines and the coaching staff got their attention right away. Like, hey, no more now. Not another game, not another couple of periods now. And they responded. So that's good stuff.
1 minute remaining. 5-minute USA. 10:30 p.m. local time. That blast was stopped. Cantagallo shoots it right back in. Here's Luke Hughes. Stretch pass just missed Gaudreau. Gaudreau's it first though. Boldy flipped it right by Zegras. He couldn't knock that down. Luke Hughes for Gaudreau. He slashed at it. Up for Boldy. That Boldy in. Wrist shot high, and that they get the mask and maybe the bar. Definitely hit the mask of Papillon. Wrist shot, and he stopped that as Kesselring let it fly from the blue line. 20 seconds left. Chekashvili trying to get to Zegras. Zegras checked by him. They both go down. Behind that, it's Enzo Guibi. Final few seconds, one last chance. Puck in front, poked away. Boldy in the corner. And the United States, a 10-save shutout for Alex Nedeljkovic, will beat France 5-0.
It's always good to have that zero in the column for sure. They stuck with it. Only needed a couple of saves. 10 shots on goal total for France. Not a lot of chance of the U.S. in control of this game from the very beginning. So the start in the right direction after the first couple of games, trying to get stuff done, individual play, whatever. This was a good team effort.
Nice too for Alex Nedeljkovic. Remember, down the stretch for Pittsburgh, he was 5-0-2 in that 7-game stretch. He was trying to push the Penguins into the playoffs, you know, and was playing some solid hockey. They try to continue that here at a World Championship. Great game for Boldy, a pair of goals. Nelson's edging closer to the all-time goals record.
That line was outstanding. 8 points. 8 points from Nelson, Gaudreau, and Boldy.
So players of the game from each team, and then the American national anthem here in Ostrava.
Official sponsor of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
France off tomorrow. They'll take on Slovakia on Saturday night. There's the general manager, Brett Peterson of Team USA. He's also got a close eye on the Florida Panthers. He's the assistant GM of the Panthers back home. And yeah, why not the goalie? I mean, I jinxed him. My apologies to the Papillon family, but I mean, he was perfect minus that one goal.
He battled. What could he do? There was an onslaught at times, and there were some tough saves. Some couple where he had no chance at all.
Yeah, 2 goals, great game. There's the general manager of Team USA. We'll present him that honor. There's Brett Peterson. So a bounce-back performance for USA, a photo op, and now the American national anthem.
Dear, please rise if you're able to for the national anthem of the United States.
Great performance from Team USA. Next up for the United States, they will take on Poland tomorrow night from here in Ostrava.
Sasha, it felt like France had a tough time getting into a rhythm today. Where was the spark lacking?
Yeah, it's exactly about that. Like, we didn't start the way we wanted to. We knew they were going to come hard, but they score really fast, and then it makes the game really harder for us. So they were a better team today.
You were coming off of a strong win against Poland. Where are some of the areas you think you could improve and lessons you can learn from this game?
Well, I guess we can improve everywhere in the game, but overall, I think defensively would be a good point to improve, and hopefully we keep fighting hard, because that's what we do since the beginning, and we need some points still, so we're going to keep going hard.
A couple of days ago, Bellemare was just saying from when he started playing for France at the World Championship to now, you guys have improved so much. As the captain, how do you see your involvement?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. I have the same feeling. Like it was really tough 15 years ago, and now I feel we can play more with the puck, so we enjoy even more the game, and I think the future is getting better. So hopefully we keep pushing.
And then en français, United States was the stronger team today. When you reflect, what lessons could you learn from this game?
On peut juste apprendre que le jeu de haut niveau, ça va très vite, et il faut juste, il y a vraiment moins de temps que dans les autres matchs, donc c'est à nous d'être plus rapides dans toutes nos décisions pour pouvoir jouer avec ces gars-là.
Merci. Thank you. Johnny, you guys got out to an incredible start here on your way to winning 5-0. Where did the spark come from in that first period?
Yeah, we've had some slow starts the past few games. We knew we needed to get out to a hard start, and had a great start there. Scored 4 quick ones, and then their backup goalie played really, really well, and I thought we could have had a few more. Goalie still in his head, though.
Your line was absolutely buzzing. You got a goal and an assist. Matt Boldy added a couple in. What can you say about the chemistry that's building amongst you guys a couple games in?
Yeah, it's great. We've been together since the first day we got out here, and obviously a little rusty the first game, but as you keep practicing together and getting to know each other more and more off the ice, it gets easier on the ice, and we're starting to see it.
Your head coach, John Hines, said you guys had a meeting yesterday talking about the identity you guys want to create, get a bit closer to that. How was this win a building block in that direction?
Yeah, it's an important one. Obviously, each game, we're trying to build to be a better team, and like Heinze said, we still had a lot of work to do after those first 3 games, and I think we took a right foot in the right direction here tonight, and still a long tournament, and still can get better in a lot of areas, but a good stepping stone here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably know everybody too.
It's a sick hat.